Well, there you go. We're live. Okay. I was still fiddling with my light. And that's one thing about going live on StreamYard is that as soon as you hit that button, you are live. And I will tell you, we're going to talk today about 3 things that will make you money and grow your business. But before we do, I want to tell you that when you go live, don't sit there and go, oh, we're not live. Are we live yet? That shows up and people see it. Whatever you see on the video is going to show up. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to VLynnnHawkins.
Well, Kathleen, first of all, hey there, girl.
Hey.
I am so excited to be here today and to be in this conversation about these 3 things because you know and I know that until you know what the real strategies are that can bring you the business growth in clients and revenue and opportunity, you're always second guessing yourself, right? You're always trying to figure out, am I doing the right things? And then you join another group and you're getting different information. And then you join another group and you're getting even more information. And information is good to have, but you really have to stop absorbing the information and take action.
Absolutely.
One of the things, and I'll just get started. One of the things that basically will let you know that you're growing and that revenue's coming in is when you're taking action and things are working. You having the client conversations and you're able to close a client. You are doing the back end work and it's reflected in what you're sending out, what you're promoting that brings people into the conversation with you. Taking action is huge. So what would be one of the 3 things that you'd put on the table?
Well, what I'd put on the table, because I've been having conversations with my accountant, and one is I love having an accountant who keeps an eye on everything and makes sure that it's squeaky clean. But when I'm paying more taxes, it's like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It just means the income's going up, the revenue's going up, and that's kind of par for the course. And you do look for those tax breaks, but it really is, does your bank account reflect that you have some movement going on? And if it doesn't, can you set goals and make them milestones of small goals that lead into bigger goals? But I would say, as you look at your bank account, is there movement? That is a real good indication. And if there's no movement, you better be doing something to get movement. And it's so interesting because one of the things you want to look at is how much effort does it take to sell a small thing compared to a big thing? Because some people put so much effort into the little things and they don't really look at, okay, how much work am I putting into getting 10 clients at, we'll just use the number $50 a month each. Okay, that's a lot of work compared to what if I could get 1 client at $500? And you're going to have as much effort in most cases closing those 10 clients as you are the 1 client. And oftentimes, the more that a client invests, as long as you're delivering on services, as long as you're going above and beyond what their expectation is, it's often easier to do business with people that are willing to make those investments in their business. So that would be one.
I love that. And I guess we may end up talking about 4 things because as you said that, it reminded me of one of the reasons that I got into real estate was because I knew that real estate could be quite lucrative, right? And so I ended up being able to get a job at a commercial real estate firm working for the vice president of loan administration. But I had my real estate license. So I was selling real estate on the side. And I was working so hard on one deal, you know, $150,000 home, a $250,000 home. And then on the other side, I was looking at a $2.5 million loan closing. And there was another piece to that that really made me basically give up doing residential real estate and focusing on commercial real estate. And I'll tell you what that one reason was. The people and the mentality of somebody looking for a home and investing in a home. It's where they're going to live. It's their sanctuary. It's, all of these things that are very important. I just knew I was not the one. I was so linear in my thinking back then, very creative under all of that. But what I knew was that a business mind came to the commercial real estate side of things, and you had a different conversation with people. What are you looking for? You could talk square footage, you could talk, ceiling heights, you could talk as it related to what they needed in their business.
Right.
And that's kind of the difference that we have here with most entrepreneurs and then vegan entrepreneurs. Vegan entrepreneurs have come into, I believe, more of a conscious space. And because they're really in looking at, does vegan serve me? Does being vegan not serve me? Do I talk about it as it relates to my business? Do I mention my plant-based journey? Am I vegan and plant-based? All of those things come into play, where usually on the entrepreneurial side, those aren't even thoughts that come into doing business and how you do business and who you're marketing to. And that's kind of the same difference from residential real estate. It's all real estate. To commercial real estate. It's all real estate. It's the mindset that comes with it. And I think that's what makes what we do so much more fun.
Right.
And valuable to our clients, because these are the people that we're actually interacting with. Those who have said, I'm on purpose and it's not all about me. I'm on a mission and it's to help other people, masses of people. I'm out here to make a difference. And they know that there's more to what it is that they're doing in this vegan entrepreneurial space.
Well, I want to piggyback off what you just said, because sometimes what happens when people are in a very conscious space or they're doing good for the world space, oftentimes they are challenged with, what pricing do I put to my products and services? And what I love is when we are working with somebody who's got incredible experience. They've got the foundation of expertise so solid, and yet they really don't know what their value is. And that's what they hire us for, is to help them to understand their value. We have one client we're working with that just doubled her monthly fee. And at first it was like, oh, should I do it? It's like, yes, you should do it, because, and it's not a huge, massive amount of money. It's a reasonable amount of money. And one of the things that will help you to know if you're actually in the right place financially with your mindset in business is, how do you feel about the fees that you're charging? And do you feel like you're being underappreciated? Because if you feel like you're being underappreciated and yet people are paying you what you're asking, it may be time to raise your fees. Because the thing that you want to look at, I remember years ago when I got into keynote speaking, and I would hear about people making $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for a keynote. And I'm like, oh my gosh, for an hour of time, people pay that much? No, they pay for 20, 30, 40 years of knowledge, experience, and skills. And so as you think of what you are going to ask for people to pay for your products and services, don't think in terms of, oh, it's an hour of my time. No, how many years went into that hour of time? And it's like with what we do. When we are working with clients, we're not bringing, one call a week with the client and maybe, putting together a blueprint or whatever it is we do, whatever the systems are that we're putting in place, we're bringing decades of experience. So what I encourage people to look at in order to really be profitable in your business is, how much money have you invested in your training? How much schooling have you gotten? How many certificates do you have? And there's the whole thing of being over certified. And what I mean by that is, years ago, I had a friend whose husband, ex-husband, I should say, And this was one of the reasons he was always going to school. The guy had probably 4 master's degrees. He was working on his PhD, and he never had enough schooling in his own mind. So he was always going to school to get the next degree, the next degree, the next degree. And he never put his degrees into to work for him.
Applied
And
them.
yeah, and so you got to reach a point where you say, okay, enough is enough, and now I need to go out into the world and help people. And especially what I do love about the vegan space and the plant-based space is we are working with aligned people, and ultimately, I know that there's silos going on and all that, but ultimately we're all after the same thing. We care about the animals, we care about the environment, and we care about health. And not everybody cares about all three. Some people just care
Right.
about the animals, but if you really look at it, it's all connected, because an unhealthy
Right.
vegan can't do advocacy work. That's a real big thing. So with that,
Well, with that, there is another strategy that we employ, and it's really the fun part of it all for us, right? It's the collaborative marketing opportunities that we create, that we participate in, and that we help clients to create. So we create them for ourselves, for our business, and bringing in collaborators to do our projects with us. And then we help clients to create their collaborative projects. And one of our favorites is virtual summits. I just love it because there's so many advantages. One being the expanded reach that you have, because when you're during a summit and everyone that is a part of the summit is doing the promotional marketing, you have exponentially increased your market reach by being a part of something like that, right? And then you
yeah,
also contributed to others increasing their market reach. And that kind of reciprocal collaborative event opportunity doesn't come along all the time. And you really have to not only grow into it in order to be ready for it, but you also want to know that when you commit to something like that, that you bring your whole self, that you do what you say you're going to do. If you're going to promote,
ooh,
promote. If you're going to send an email, send an email. If you're going to do a live, do a live. If you're going, and all of these are part of the strategies that we teach clients to do, to
I
use.
have to jump in. I have to, it's a button that gets pushed with me when people say they're going to do something and they don't follow through. Something to keep in mind is what's the long-term return on the short-term actions you take. And what I mean by that is if you're invited into a summit, we've recently been invited to a summit, and we're having a conversation with the producer of the event to make sure that it's a really good fit. And we know it's a good fit as far as our expertise, but is it a good fit with the time that we have to put into it, with the information we'll be sharing, with other events that we're producing? And so we have to make sure that when we say yes, we're in, that we will follow through 100% on what we agree to. And the thing that you want to look at is if you say, yes, I'll go ahead and promote, and I'll play full out, I'll give 100% because I know the other 10, 12, 15, 20 people are giving 100%, and then you don't, what that does is that kind of puts a black mark on your name. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but this is real business. And when somebody produces an event like a summit, there's a lot of effort that goes into it. If it looks seamless, that means they're really good at what they do. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, but when it's showtime and things run smoothly. And if you have agreed to help with the marketing, and then it's discovered that you did nothing, maybe you did one tweet, that not only reflects poorly on you and on your character, but it also reflects poorly on the producer because they were counting on lots of marketing to go on. So my encouragement to anybody that is going to get involved in a summit, maybe you're going to be a guest on a podcast and you say, oh yeah, I'll help promote it, and you don't. Whatever it is that you're going to partner with, whatever you say you're going to do, if at all possible, do it. Now, I understand in the case of maybe there's a death in the family or maybe somebody got ill, that's a whole different conversation. But if everything is going smoothly, life is good, and you just got a little too busy because you were watching that latest Netflix series, that doesn't fly. That's, that's kind of a bugaboo to me. It's like, it really does, it is a thorn in my side because I've done a lot of events, and it's so interesting because the ones that play full out, they get asked next time around, and they get asked again and again and again as it's appropriate. And so you want to look to the long term. You want to look at the big picture of what you're doing. And so often people, they work in these little silos of, oh, I'm going to worry about today and I'm not going to think of the future. You have to think of the future. And one thing we do with our clients is we look a year, 5 years, 10 years into the future, knowing full well that things are going to change. But what do you want to accomplish? And then we reverse engineer that and say, okay, if that's what you want to accomplish, what needs to happen? And it might be something as simple with one client we're working with right now, putting their speaker one sheet together, really consolidating the information into a format that is easy to understand, and it helps them to really be able to articulate their message.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. And one of the things that's in this collaborative marketing space that we are actually doing and providing an opportunity for those of you out there who this fits for to join in with us is we have an affiliate opportunity, collaborative marketing, right? And we are doing an affiliate masterclass. And in that masterclass, we're teaching you how to do affiliate marketing because we have an affiliate opportunity. And Kathleen, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about the class?
I'd be happy to. Okay. It's funny because I've been working since early this morning, and I'm so on fire because we have this affiliate masterclass going on. We have this amazing affiliate opportunity. But the masterclass actually takes place on Thursday, March 30th at 5 p.m. Pacific. And it's an hour-long class where it doesn't cost you anything. You just go to the link below, which is veganvisibility.com/affiliate masterclass. That's veganvisibility.com/affiliate masterclass. And we will be teaching you the who, what, when, where, and why of affiliate marketing. Basically, we're going to talk to you about what affiliate marketing is and is not, the pros and cons of affiliate marketing, how to find the right opportunity, how to make sure you're aligned with what you're wanting to be an affiliate of. For example, we're in the vegan space. If somebody came to me and said, I have a leather product I want you to promote for me, I'd turn and walk the other way because that is not aligned with my overall life mission. And so we're going to talk to you about how to find those opportunities that are really aligned with who you are, how to know if the commission structure is a fair and a very generous commission structure, because we actually have an opportunity we're going to be telling people about during the masterclass that is very, very generous. And it's going to be real easy for you as an affiliate to promote the event if you're vegan, if you're plant-based, or you're moving in that direction. So that's a little bit about what's going on. It's an hour long, and we'll open it up to Q&A. So be sure to sign up by going to veganvisibility.com/affiliate masterclass. And VLynn, what would you like to say about the masterclass or affiliate marketing?
I just want to tell people that I think that I know that even if you're a seasoned affiliate marketer, you're going to pick up something out of this session. Because we've pulled back the curtain. We've brought in some advanced strategies. We've brought in, so somebody that's a novice to somebody who's an advanced affiliate player. We have something for you. And it's a really huge opportunity because not many business owners in general look at multiple streams of income in their business that don't take a lot of extra work. Mm-hmm. Okay. And there are a lot of affiliate opportunities that require you to create your own collateral, set up your own marketing calendar, do all of these things yourself. Yet there are those like us who have put together a training program that you're going to learn about in the masterclass that we're giving for free. where we're actually going to share some information with you in the masterclass, but we're actually creating a training so that you can market a product, a service, and not only know how to evaluate it, but know how to market it so that it fits within the parameters of what you can do to be successful. Why do it if you can't be successful?
Absolutely. And that's one of the unique things about what we're teaching people is we actually will, for anybody who signs up as an affiliate for this opportunity, we're going to share with you. And it costs you nothing. And if anything, you make money. But we are actually going to put you through a training program, and it's optional. And I know that people that are new to affiliate marketing will definitely want to join in. And even those, like you said, VLynn, who have lots of experience as affiliate marketers, it helps to get a refresher course. And there are tips and strategies that we're going to share that are brand new, that people aren't using yet, and yet they do work. So I encourage people to go ahead and sign up. And VLynn, with that, we're a little past our time. We try to keep it within 20 to 22 and 22 and a half minutes. So with that, what are your final thoughts for folks?
Join us. We would love for you to be a part of what it is that we're offering. We're building a community around this, and we think that this is going to be a very lucrative opportunity for those who do it and spend even a nominal amount of time doing it, because it's something that others will want. And if it fits for you, step up.
Step up.
Say yes.
All right. I
Let's do it.
say yes. I say yes. Have a great day, VLynn. And thank you to everybody
You
who
too,
was on
Kathleen.
live. And for those watching the replay, thank you.
Thanks,
Take care.
everybody. We'll see you next